Thank you very much. I'm going to go off script here to begin. Just say that the way some of the people experiencing homelessness in our city have been described tonight is quite frankly disgusting. They're not panhandlers, they're not loiterers, they're not people that you should be afraid of, and you need to remember that they're our neighbors and they're our friends. To describe this undemocratic motion and the ideology behind it as abhorrent would be an understatement. In fact, quite frankly, there's little to nothing here on these pages that will actually help end chronic homelessness. What it does do, though, is attack our neighbors and some of the most vulnerable people in our community. And it represents a failure to properly improve the material conditions affecting them. Capitalism sucks. We can see it every day. And there are too many people in our city suffering right now because of it. This motion does little to alleviate that suffering. In fact, I believe it was designed to put the perceived fears of some residents ahead of the very lives of others. That is dangerous, that is cruel, and that is not what our community is all about. Let's look at the specifics. So parts A and B are so abstract and generic, lacking a legitimate level of specificity, that we must conclude that they were only added to soften the edges of the motion and create the illusion that it was put together to actually help people. Any initiative and attached funding commitments must be made more robust, with guaranteed funding numbers and a lot more specifics. We do need a lot of these services, I'll admit, including a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week cooling and warming center. I also believe that a strong show of support by Council for the Consumption and Treatment Services site, formerly known as the Supervised Consumption Site, should be included, since more pressure is required to make the province stop dragging its feet and finally approve this badly needed service. Looking at Part C, the first thing that jumps out is that it improperly labels the work of One Community Solutions as outreach, and I appreciate that that's been clarified there. Because frankly, taking pictures to pass along to police and telling people to move along is not outreach. If you want to see true outreach, look at what groups like Ryan's Hope do in this city on a nightly basis. This part of the motion also lacks a definition of the term successful. We can assume that the business community and those who serve their interests will likely determine what success means here. Part D and parts of Part E were those that were strongly criticized, rightly so, and widely condemned by people right across the country a few months ago when this motion first came onto council. It is class warfare, quite frankly, and demonstrates how people in our community are under attack. This is the law and order portion of the motion, but what is missing is justice. Justice means not criminalizing people or eliminating the ability of someone with very few options left to survive for another day or week or month. Justice is giving everyone in our society the housing, food, and resources they need. Now I know what you're all going to say here. How are we going to pay for it? Well, a 10% reduction in the police budget, equaling about $6 million. It's a big, very big discount. It would be a good way to start getting priorities right in the city. We need to move beyond a system of exploitation and move away from policies that strip people of their human dignity. Enough is enough. We are not going to tolerate a council that chooses to deny people's worth and refuses to treat everyone with the respect they deserve. Our community must be a place where everybody is safe and supported. It must be a place where everyone has access to the services they need. Can we update bylaw wording around panhandling and encampments? Definitely. We can make it clear that it's okay to help people in any way they need it. And in the absence of adequate housing or shelter services, we can make it clear that people should be left alone, supported and free to live their lives as they see fit. We need to also reiterate that it's government's responsibility, ultimately, to take care of all people of this city, not just those you deem worthy. Before I end, I just want to add a little bit. I was really proud of my son this weekend. With no coaxing from me, he decided that he wanted to go downtown and give people experiencing homelessness some of the change that he's been collecting. I was very proud of him, and even more proud when he said that even if they make it illegal, he's still going to go down there and give money to people that need it. And I'm going to be working.
Russell.